So I sent out an email yesterday to some of my network offering my counseling services. And this morning I received an email from someone who I haven't had much contact with, never met this person. Um, and he wrote this email explaining his situation, mental illness, psychiatric care, and at the end he said, "Is this too complex for you?" And with the connotation that um, maybe too much mental illness might be too much for certain people to handle. And my immediate response was to go, "Oh, you seem like you could do with counseling, someone empathetic to just listen to you." And then all this noise came of like, "Oh, but what if he has this mental illness and this might be dangerous, and what if I'm at risk?" And I could sense all these labels that society has come up with to describe mental disorder and mental illness and diagnostic um, diagnoses. And yeah, I feel resistant to it. And yet I also feel somewhat conditioned by it. And I'd love to hear from you now in your state what it all means to you, if it means anything.
Well, I have a son who has a mental illness, so I
Okay.
might be able to help in some practical form and also on another level as well. The first one is they're the same as you. When we talk and society talks about a mental illness, I would probably say that most people have a mental illness of varying degrees and varying types and sizes and shapes and forms. And it's lovely that he's reached out to you and that you may be available to him, because it's definitely, everybody would like to have somebody to talk to, not necessarily to fix them. And if you're open to listening, then that's wonderful. We need people like that on the planet to help and be there for others. I suppose the only hesitation that I have, and which, this world is really good at, is just legally, do you need a piece of paper in place or something like that? Do you need his consent no matter what? It's all going to be fine and he can't charge you with anything if you make any suggestions or give him ideas or concepts. That's all. I don't see any further complications than that, I don't feel.
Yeah.